Welcome to the deep dive. If you're joining us today, chances are you're either right in the middle of or maybe just incredibly curious about one of life's most profound journeys, pregnancy.
Absolutely. And each week just brings its own set of, well, astonishing revelations, not just for the baby, but for the expecting parent, too.
Totally. It's such a period of intense change, isn't it?
Yeah.
And growth and, let's be real, a ton of questions, lots of curiosity.
Indeed. It can feel a bit like drinking from a fire hose, all the information coming at you, fetal development details, your own body changing, emotions. It's a lot.
It really is a lot. And that's exactly why we're here. Today, we're taking a deep dive specifically into what's happening at 11 weeks pregnant.
Which is such a crucial point. You're getting so close to the end of that first trimester, a real milestone.
Exactly. So our mission with this deep dive is pretty straightforward. We want to cut through all the noise.
Yeah.
We're going to distill the most important stuff, the fascinating bits, the really practical information from our source material, give you clarity, some real insight.
Think of it as a shortcut to getting well-informed, but without feeling overwhelmed by, medical jargon.
Precisely. Quickly, thoroughly, and hopefully enjoyably.
And for that clarity, we're leaning on some excellent material today, primarily from BabyCenter.
Right.
And what's great about BabyCenter and why we chose it is their commitment to genuinely helpful and trustworthy info. They have strict medical reviews. They rely on credible organizations, professional groups, peer-reviewed studies. It's solid, evidence-based stuff.
So it's a really reliable tone, which is what you want. Right?
Definitely.
So whether you are 11 weeks pregnant right now, or maybe you're supporting someone who is, or you're just, fascinated by it all.
Which is easy to be.
Absolutely. Settle in. We promise a conversational, but still really informative exploration. We've got some surprising facts lined up and definitely some practical guidance.
Sounds good. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's unpack this. Starting with, of course, the star of the show.
Yeah.
The tiny traveler inside. At 11 weeks, the progress is it's astounding.
It really is. The baby isn't just forming basic structures anymore. It's properly getting down to business.
Getting down to business. I like that. So size-wise, what are we talking about? Give us a visual.
Okay, so picture a fig. That's roughly the size.
A fig. Okay.
Yeah. Measurement-wise, it's about 1.61 inches. That's head to bottom, crown to rump, they call it, and weighing around 1.59 ounces.
Wow. Tiny but mighty, clearly.
Incredibly mighty. The growth rate and the complexity happening inside that little body are just phenomenal. It's like this miniature powerhouse of development.
A fig-sized powerhouse. Love it. And within that tiny body, some really remarkable physical stuff is happening. You mentioned something earlier about fingers and toes. What's the deal there at 11 weeks? Something about webbing.
You remembered. Yeah, that's a really cool detail. By 11 weeks, the baby's tiny fingers and toes have actually lost that webbing they had earlier on. So they're now distinct, separate digits. And they're getting longer, too.
So less like little paddles, more like actual fingers and toes.
Exactly. And what's amazing here is how this seemingly small change is laying the groundwork for, future dexterity, fine motor skills.
Even this early.
Even this early. Obviously, they're not playing the piano in there.
Right.
But the blueprint for being able to grasp, point, manipulate things later on, that's being set right now. It's fundamental for how they'll interact with the world.
That's incredible. Just the pre-programming involved. And it's not just the outside, right?
Yeah.
Internally, the organ systems are really powering up.
Oh, big time. The source emphasizes this. As you near the end of the first trimester, all the major organs are essentially in position.
Wow.
And many have already started doing their jobs, performing their crucial roles. That's a huge leap.
It feels monumental, like flipping a switch from building to operating.
That's a great way to put it. It's a shift from just forming the structures to actual physiological functions starting up. The baby's becoming more self-sufficient in a way, though still completely dependent, of course.
Okay, so let's dig into some specifics. What's one of the really surprising internal developments happening now?
Well, one that always fascinates me is the liver. At just 11 weeks, the baby's liver is already actively making red blood cells.
Really? The liver? I thought that was bone marrow later on.
It is later on, but early in development, the liver takes on this crucial role. Think about it. Red blood cells carry oxygen, essential for all that rapid growth.
Right.
So the liver kicking into gear this early is fundamental for establishing the entire circulatory system, making sure every tiny part gets what it needs. It's just incredibly efficient.
Wow. Okay, and what about the kidneys? The source says they're already making urine. That sounds Almost too early.
It does sound early, doesn't it? But it's a clear sign that the excretory system is developing and starting to function. And that urine production is actually really important because it becomes a major component of the amniotic fluids surrounding the baby.
Ah, I see. So it's not just waste.
Not at all.
Wow.
That amniotic fluid is vital. The
Oh.
baby swallows it, breathes it in and out, which helps the lungs develop properly. Plus, it cushions the baby, allows movement. So yeah, kidney function is part of maintaining that whole environment.
The interconnectedness is just mind-blowing.
Okay.
And the pancreas. Making insulin already. What are the implications of that? That seems really significant for metabolism.
Hugely significant. Insulin is the key hormone for managing blood sugar, right? Converting nutrients from your bloodstream into energy the baby can use.
Mhm.
So the pancreas starting insulin production now means the baby is beginning to regulate its own blood sugar, its own energy supply in a rudimentary way.
Wow. Like a tiny metabolic system coming online.
Exactly. It's setting up the foundation for energy management for its entire life, all while still inside. It's an early step towards that independence after birth.
Incredible. And the heart, we know it starts beating super early, but at 11 weeks.
At 11 weeks, the 4 chambers of the heart are fully formed, all 4 distinct chambers.
Wow.
And it's beating strongly and rhythmically. This complex structure ensures efficient blood circulation, which, as we said, is paramount. It delivers the oxygen, the nutrients everywhere they need to go. It's the engine driving everything else. Absolutely central to viability.
It really is the engine. Okay, now a topic many parents are super curious about. Genital formation. The source says by the end of this week, things start developing, external organs start differentiating. Exciting times for the gender reveal party planners.
Haha. Well, yes and no. It's true that the external genitals, the penis and scrotum in boys, the clitoris and labia in girls do begin to differentiate around now.
Okay.
But, and this is a big but for managing expectations, even with this differentiation starting, everything is still incredibly tiny.
Right.
And often the way the baby is positioned makes it really hard to see clearly on an ultrasound this early.
So don't expect the sonographer to make a definitive call at the 11-week scan.
Exactly. It usually takes several more weeks, well into the second trimester, before the differences are easily visible and they can confidently tell you the sex. So, development is happening, but visibility comes later. Patience is needed.
Good to know. Manage those expectations. And underneath all this amazing development, there's the infrastructure, right? The umbilical cord gets a mention. It's more than just a tube, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It is literally the baby's lifeline, a marvel of biological engineering.
How so?
Well, it acts as the baby's circulatory system link, respiratory system link, and excretory system link all in one. It brings in all the oxygen and nutrients from you, and it takes away all the waste products like carbon dioxide back to your system to handle. Its health and function are absolutely critical for the baby's survival and growth.
The true lifeline. And another structural thing, bones hardening. We think of babies as soft, but their skeletons are firming up.
That's right. It's a process called ossification, and it's ongoing. Early on, the skeleton is mostly softer cartilage.
Okay.
Ossification is that cartilage gradually turning into harder, more rigid bone. This provides the framework, allows for movement, protects the organs, it's the foundation for future growth, and it heavily relies on calcium.
This we'll definitely circle back to. Okay, so the baby's doing flips, stretching, organs are firing up, but can the parent feel any of this yet? All this activity?
The million-dollar question. And the answer usually is not yet.
Okay.
Even with all that movement, the baby is still just too small, and the movements aren't strong enough to be felt through the uterine wall and everything else.
So when does that typically happen, the first flutters?
Generally, not until at least 16 weeks, often later, maybe 18 to 20 weeks, or even more, especially for first-time moms.
Right.
The timing depends on the baby's size, strength, even where your placenta is located. So if you're at 11 weeks and feeling nothing, that is completely, totally normal. Don't stress about it.
Good reassurance. It's easy to worry if you don't know what's typical.
Very easy. But yeah, patience again. Those first feelings called quickening are amazing when they do arrive.
Okay, so the baby is a busy little fig in there. But all that incredible work often translates into some very real symptoms for the expecting parent. Let's shift focus to your journey at week 11.
Yes, because while the baby's thriving, it can definitely be a challenging time, symptom-wise, for the parent. Not always that pregnancy glow just yet.
Right. Let's talk digestion first. Constipation and gas up. Oh, the joys. The source mentions these are common, partly due to hormones slowing things down. Can you elaborate on how those hormones actually cause this?
Sure. The main player here is progesterone. Its levels skyrocket during pregnancy.
Okay.
Now, progesterone's job is largely to relax smooth muscles, importantly the uterus, to prevent contractions. But it doesn't just target the uterus, it relaxes smooth muscles everywhere.
Including the digestive tract.
Exactly. So the muscles lining your intestines relax, and the whole process of moving food through just slows right down.
Okay. Good for nutrient absorption, maybe.
That's the upside, yeah. More time to pull out nutrients for the baby. But the downside is slower transit time, which often leads to constipation and, more gas as things sit around longer.
Makes sense. So what can you actually do about it? What are the practical tips?
Thankfully, there are some effective strategies. Staying really well hydrated is key. Sipping water consistently throughout the day helps keep stool softer.
Right.
Upping your fiber intake is crucial. Lots of fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains. Fiber adds bulk and helps things move. And don't underestimate gentle exercise. Even just regular walking can stimulate your bowels and help keep things regular. Consistency is important with all of these.
Good advice. Okay, another delightful digestive issue. Heartburn. Acid indigestion, that burning feeling. Why does pregnancy often trigger or worsen this?
It's often that same culprit again, progesterone.
Of course.
It relaxes the muscular valve, the sphincter, between your esophagus and your stomach. When that valve is more relaxed, stomach acid can splash back up or reflux into the esophagus, causing that burning sensation.
And I guess the growing uterus doesn't help either.
Exactly. As the uterus gets bigger, it starts pushing upwards on the stomach, which can physically force acid upwards too. It's kind of a double whammy: hormonal relaxation and physical pressure.
Okay, so how do you manage it? What helps reduce that burn?
Several practical things. Avoid lying down right after you eat. Give gravity a chance to help for an hour or two.
Makes sense.
Try to identify and limit trigger foods. Often fatty, spicy, fried things can make it worse. Eating smaller, more frequent meals can help, rather than big, heavy ones that fill up your stomach.
Right, less pressure.
Yeah. And maybe don't drink a ton of liquid with your meals. Sip fluids between meals instead. Oh, and propping your head up with extra pillows when you sleep can sometimes provide relief overnight.
Lots of good strategies there.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on from digestion. Energy levels. That first trimester fatigue is probably still hitting hard at 11 weeks for many people. It's exhausting.
It really is. Your body is doing monumental work, building a placenta, increasing blood volume significantly. The baby's organs developing at warp speed. Your metabolism is higher. Your heart's working harder.
Just listing it sounds tiring.
Right. It takes a huge amount of energy, even if you feel like you're just sitting on the sofa. It's real physical work.
But there's light at the end of the tunnel. The source mentions a potential big burst of energy.
Yes, that's the good news. Many, though not all, pregnant people find they get a significant energy boost entering the second trimester. It's often called the honeymoon period for a reason. Morning sickness often fades, fatigue lessens. It can feel much better.
Something to look forward to. But while you're waiting for that burst, how do you cope with the fatigue now?
It's really about listening to your body and prioritizing rest. Eat nutritious snacks frequently to keep blood sugar stable. Go to bed earlier if you can. Nap if possible. Seriously, naps are not a luxury right now. And importantly, cut back on non-essential tasks and commitments. Learn to say no. Conserve your energy for yourself and the baby. Don't push through it.
Good advice. Delegate, defer, delete. Okay, appetite. Cravings get all the attention, but food aversions are super common too, right? Like 60% of pregnant women experience them.
Yes, absolutely. Both cravings and aversions are incredibly common, thanks again to those hormonal shifts.
Hormones again.
They can mess with your sense of taste and smell dramatically. Foods you loved might suddenly seem disgusting, and smells can become overpowering. Your sense of smell often becomes really heightened.
So it's not just in your head.
Not at all. It's a real physiological change. The good news here, similar to morning sickness, is that these aversions often subside as you move into the second trimester and hormones level out a bit. But for some, they can stick around.
Okay, a couple more physical things. Vaginal discharge, it often increases. What's normal and when should you worry?
Yes. Increased discharge, called leukorrhea, is common. It's due to higher estrogen levels, increasing blood flow to the pelvic area and stimulating mucus production.
Okay.
Healthy discharge is typically thin, clear, or milky white, and has only a mild smell or no smell at all. It's actually protective, helping keep things clean down there.
But what are the red flags?
You should definitely call your doctor or midwife if the discharge has a strong, unpleasant odor, if it causes itching or burning, or if the color changes, like it becomes gray, yellow, or green, or if it's watery or bloody, those could signal an infection or another issue needing attention.
Okay, important distinctions. And headaches, common in the first trimester.
They can be, yeah, caused by a whole mix of things. Those hormone surges, again, increased blood volume, maybe stress, dehydration, lack of sleep, even congestion or allergies.
So lots of potential culprits. How do you manage them safely, since you have to be careful with meds?
Right. Gentle exercise can sometimes help. Trying to identify and avoid personal triggers is good. Staying well hydrated is important. For relief, acetaminophen, like Tylenol, is generally considered safe during pregnancy.
Okay.
But always check with your doctor or midwife before taking any medication, even over-the-counter ones. Some common pain relievers are definitely not safe.
Crucial advice. Always check first. Interestingly, the source notes some women with migraines actually find they improve during pregnancy.
Yes, it's one of those strange pregnancy quirks. While some might get new headaches, others find their pre-existing migraines get much better or even disappear for a while. A welcome relief for them, I'm sure.
Definitely a silver lining for some.
Yeah.
Okay, so all these physical things, the fatigue, the nausea maybe still lingering, the aches, it obviously impacts your emotional state too.
Absolutely. Pregnancy is such a profound life change. It's completely normal to feel a whole cocktail of emotions, excitement, joy, but also maybe nervousness, anxiety, feeling overwhelmed. Your hormones are fluctuating wildly, you're dealing with physical discomforts, and you're contemplating this huge shift in your life and identity. It's a lot to process. Those ups and downs are normal.
So acknowledging that it's normal is step one. What's key to navigating this emotional roller coaster?
Self-care. And I mean real self-care. Prioritizing rest, even when it feels impossible. Focusing on nourishing food to fuel your body and mind. Gentle exercise for mood boosting.
And talking about it.
Crucially, yes, sharing your feelings, the good, the bad, the anxious, with someone you trust. Your partner, a friend, family, a therapist. Bottling it up doesn't help.
And the source makes a great point. Taking care of yourself is taking care of your baby.
Exactly. A less stressed, well-nourished, well-rested parent provides a better environment for the baby to grow. It's directly connected, so that self-care isn't selfish, it's essential prenatal care.
That's a powerful reframe. Okay, let's shift gears slightly into practical planning, the 11-week checklist, things to consider as you head towards trimester 2.
Yeah, this is a good time to start thinking ahead a bit, addressing some key health and logistical things without getting overwhelmed.
First up, pregnancy weight gain. The source gives the guideline of maybe 1 to 5 pounds in the first trimester if you start at a healthy weight. But it also acknowledges nausea can make that hard, or cravings might lead to more. How do you balance the guideline with reality?
It's a really common concern. That 1 to 5 pound range is just a general guideline. If you've had severe morning sickness, you might have lost weight, and that's okay initially as long as your provider knows.
Right.
Or if only carbs are staying down, you might gain a bit more. The focus in the first trimester, especially if you're sick, is often just getting through it and getting some nutrition in.
So don't obsess over the scale.
Try not to. Focus on nutrient-dense foods when you can eat.
Yeah.
Use a pregnancy weight gain calculator, maybe as a loose reference, but the most important thing is talking to your doctor or midwife. They'll give you personalized advice based on your starting point and health. It's about a healthy overall trend, not hitting exact numbers each week.
Good perspective. Okay, nutrients. Calcium gets a big highlight. Why is it so critical right now?
Calcium is absolutely fundamental. Your baby is building bones, teeth. Those are rapidly developing and hardening now. Calcium is also essential for their nerve function, muscle function, even their heart rhythm.
Wow. And what happens if the parent doesn't get enough through diet?
This is the crucial part. Your body is programmed to prioritize the baby. If there isn't enough calcium coming in through your diet, your body will literally pull it from your bones to give to the baby.
Oh, wow. So it impacts the parent's long-term bone health.
Potentially, yes. It can increase your risk for osteoporosis down the line. Plus, adequate calcium is linked to reduced risk of some pregnancy complications. The recommendation is 1,000 milligrams per day for women 19 and older.
Okay, 1,000 milligrams. Where can you get that besides just milk? What are diverse sources?
Lots of options. Dairy like milk, yogurt, cheese are great, but also canned fish with bones like sardines or salmon. Excellent sources.
Oh, great. Didn't know that.
Yep. And then there are lots of calcium-fortified foods. Some cereals, juices, plant-based milks like soy or almond, even some breads. Check labels. And if you're worried you're not hitting that 1,000 milligram mark consistently, Definitely talk to your provider about whether a calcium supplement might be right for you.
Good plan.
Yeah.
Okay, skincare. Everyone talks about the pregnancy glow, but 11 weeks might be more about other skin stuff.
Haha, potentially.
The glow, caused by increased blood flow, might come later for some, or not at all for others. Pregnancy can bring various skin challenges.
Like what?
Acne breakouts due to hormones are common. Varicose veins might start appearing or worsening. Melasma, those darker patches often on the face, can develop. General itchy skin is frequent, and of course stretch marks might begin as your skin starts expanding.
So, quite a spectrum. What can you do to help your skin cope?
Some things are hard to prevent entirely, like stretch marks which have a genetic component. But general good skin habits help. Drink plenty of water for hydration and elasticity.
Wear sunscreen every single day. This is crucial for preventing or minimizing melasma, which sunlight worsens.
Right.
And moisturize frequently. Keeping skin hydrated can help with itchiness and support its elasticity as it stretches. Basic, but important.
Makes sense. Beyond the physical, building a support system. The source stresses having other moms or expecting moms to talk to. How do you find that village?
It's so valuable. Pregnancy can feel isolating sometimes, even with a supportive partner. Talking to people who get it is different.
Yeah.
So reach out to friends or family members who are already moms. Ask them about their experiences. Join online communities. BabyCenter's birth clubs are great for connecting with people due around the same time as you, sharing tips, asking questions. Look for local prenatal yoga or childbirth classes. Those are fantastic ways to meet other expecting parents in your area face-to-face. Be proactive in building that network.
Create your village before the baby arrives. I like that. Okay, something fun. Baby moon planning, that last little getaway before baby.
Yes, a great idea. A chance to connect as a couple, relax, recharge before life gets delightfully chaotic.
Right. When's the best time usually?
The second trimester is often recommended. That energy burst we talked about often kicks in. Morning sickness is usually faded, so travel tends to be more comfortable.
Makes sense. What should you think about when planning?
Consider destinations. Maybe it's a local spa weekend, maybe it's something more adventurous if you feel up to it, but definitely research travel safety during pregnancy airline rules, maybe destination-specific health advice.
And talk to your doctor first.
Absolutely. Always get the okay from your doctor or midwife before booking travel, especially longer trips. Check what activities are safe. And pack smart. Think comfort. Any necessary meds or pillows. It's about creating a lovely memory.
Great idea. And a super practical tip from the source for dealing with all those prenatal appointments.
Yes. Schedule them for first thing in the morning or the very first slot after lunch.
Why is that?
To minimize waiting room time, clinics often run behind as the day goes on. If you get that first appointment, you usually get seen much faster. Saves you time and frustration, especially when you're tired or feeling unwell.
That is genius. A small hack that makes a big difference over months of appointments.
Totally. Strategic scheduling.
And finally, leveraging resources like the BabyCenter app, tracking symptoms, baby growth, getting personalized info, seems helpful in managing all the information.
Yeah, apps like that can be great tools. They centralize information, make it easy to track things, offer week-by-week insights tailored to you. In an era of information overload, having a reliable, curated resource at your fingertips can be really empowering and reassuring.
Definitely. Okay, let's talk about maybe the most visible sign, the growing bump. At 11 weeks, people are often starting to wonder, am I showing yet? When will it happen?
It's such a point of anticipation, isn't it? And the first thing to know, which the source emphasizes, is that there's no exact right time to start showing. Every single person, every pregnancy, every bump is different. So try not to compare yourself to others.
That's good advice. Comparison is the thief of joy, especially in pregnancy. So physiologically, what makes the bump actually appear?
It's basically when your uterus, which has been growing rapidly but still tucked inside your pelvis, finally grows large enough to start expanding upwards, rising above your pubic bone.
Okay.
Before about 12 weeks, it's usually still contained within the pelvic bone, so not visible externally. Once it pops up above the bone, that's when you start seeing that noticeable curve.
And that timing varies. Around 12 weeks earliest, maybe later?
Exactly. Could be 12 weeks, could be 14, 16, even later sometimes, especially for a first pregnancy.
What factors influence that timing and how big the bump looks?
Several things. Your body type, height, weight, torso length plays a role. The position of your uterus can influence it too.
Mm-hmm.
And a big one is previous pregnancies. Moms often show sooner the second or third time around.
Why is that?
Because their abdominal and uterine muscles have already been stretched before, they're kind of primed, so they accommodate the growing uterus more readily and visibly.
Makes perfect sense.
Right.
Since we're on the visual, the source suggests documenting the bump growth, like a time lapse.
Yes, it's such a lovely idea. Take a picture every week, maybe in the same spot, wearing similar clothes.
Cool.
It's amazing to see the progression that way because day-to-day changes can be subtle. It becomes this beautiful visual record of your journey, something really special to look back on.
A great memento.
Yeah.
And connected to the visuals and the journey, sharing the news, a big emotional step.
Huge. Deciding when and how to announce your pregnancy is so personal. It marks that shift from a private experience to sharing it with your wider circle. Whether it's a quiet word, a fun social media post, a big reveal, it's about inviting people into this incredibly special time, a real milestone.
Definitely. So wrapping up our deep dive into week 11,
Mm-hmm.
it's just crystal clear how much is happening. Incredible internal development for the baby fingers, toes, organs working.
Yeah, phenomenal stuff. And for the parent, it's this really dynamic time of managing symptoms, making adjustments, and starting that practical and emotional preparation, building support, planning ahead.
It really is a transformation on all levels.
You know, if we zoom out for a second, think about how this whole process, nurturing this life, dealing with the symptoms, making all these preparations, how it's actually preparing you for parenthood itself.
How so?
Well, all the mental and emotional shifts, the resilience you build dealing with discomfort or fatigue, the planning, the prioritizing someone else's needs, it's not just about physically growing a baby, it's about you growing into this new identity, developing the skills and the mindset for what's coming. It's shaping you in profound ways, maybe ways you don't even fully recognize yet.
That's a really powerful thought. It's not just gestation of a baby, but gestation of a parent, too.
Beautifully put.
So as you continue on this amazing journey, we hope this deep dive has been helpful. Keep asking questions, keep exploring what you're curious about pregnancy, birth, early parenthood. There's always more to learn. Thank you so much for joining us on the deep dive.